Hey, Paint Marine here with another in the cross, or not in the crosshairs, but sorry, status report. About to do a in the crosshairs right after this, but I wanted to do a status report real quick. First off, I'm just showcasing this cool new mask that I got. So yeah, this is actually pretty cool. This is from the Warhammer merchandise site. Got the purple one to try to match my army somewhat, my homebrew Star Commanders. Um, they have a lot of different colors on there, different names and things. It was really hard to pick because, I mean, technically I have kind of a lot of different kind of just that portion of the face shield on the helmet in my army because based on different ranks and battlefield roles and stuff. But I decided to just go with the normal like troop level purple just because it matches kind of the basic battle line for my army. So I thought that'd be cool. And so technically online that is the what is it, the Hawk Lords mask. And like I said, they really have a good array of colors and stuff on there. And as I had initially said in the beginning of the video, I had mentioned in the crosshairs, which is like my kind of review overview playlist that I do. I'm going to be doing one not just on that mask, but kind of on the Warhammer merchandise site in general. Because like I think people kind of forget about that it exists, and I was kind of redirected to it when I had ordered my Black Library calendar, and then it had gotten canceled. Someone had mentioned that site, and I went and took a look over there, and I got myself a calendar from them. And then I saw that they had these new face mask things. I thought that'd be kind of neat to have since we're all still wearing face masks and stuff pretty much everywhere, and hopefully things will start opening up and tournaments and things will open up, and with just the requirement of maintaining distance as much as possible and wearing a mask and stuff. So got a mask that matches my army now, should that opportunity arise, but who knows if it will or not. With all that being said, with this status report, aside from the in the crosshairs video I plan on making, I'm still not sure. Like I thought that like at least this and then that one now are going to be kind of my last videos for a little while until things get kind of settled down at work. Because as I've mentioned many times before, I've got this big work trip coming up that's going to be kind of a long period of time. But even that's all up in the air. There's a lot of things changing with that and timelines and stuff. Like I thought I would be gone soon, but now, like I said, that's just who knows. So I'm just remaining flexible and going along with all of that. And yeah, we'll see what all that entails, I guess, in the future and what that looks like. But yeah, so all that's kind of up in the air right now. But I'm still planning or expecting for it to happen. Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely see. So other than that, in the meantime, like I said, I've been trying to kind of get caught up on my homebrew chapter. I've been really kind of buckling down, trying to get stuff done there, especially because with this trip coming up, I want to get as much done kind of as possible, but then also trying to pack and get kind of like a mobile setup kind of going so I can take things on the road with me and continue to work on them there as I'm traveling. So that'll be interesting if that in fact is able to happen. I'm not sure, but right now, like I've got my Eradicators that I've been working on. Right now they're pretty much good to go. I just got to do the edge highlights on the green and the white, and then decals, and then finish up the bases and do the rims of the bases, and then we're all good to go. Let me grab the sergeant here. Sergeant there, added that kind of camera piece to him to kind of give him kind of like that old school Devastator sergeant kind of look, which I like. That's from the, I want to say it's the Imperial Fist upgrade sprue that came from. Just threw that on there, and like I said, I think it looks great. And I also swapped his head out from the bear ones because these are from the Indominus box set. I still haven't gotten my Eradicators from my pre-order, which I've got notification on the 26th that they shipped, but with delays and everything still, because there's a big snowstorm that came through and they had to shut down the warehouse in North America. Yeah, so I've got the pre-orders from almost 3 weeks ago now. It's been 2 weeks, I think, for sure, and they won't get here till maybe sometime this week. Last time I checked the tracking, it just said shipping label created. So yeah, so as far as I know, it's kind of on their way. I don't know. But yeah, so these are from the Indominus set. Switched his head out with a helmeted one from the Aggressors. There's a slight difference. It's kind of hard to tell on these, but on the top of the head, they have like an extra kind of, I don't know, bump or whatever you want to say, helmet piece that goes on there. But the Aggressors don't. But it still works anyway. It's pretty similar enough. Yeah, and then like I said, with mine, I do different colored helmets, much like the Blood Angels for the different battlefield roles, and then my sergeants get the white faceplate and a skull on them as well. The skull is silver, or I guess more of just a metal color for my sergeants, and then for any officers, they get a kind of a bronze colored skull on their helmets, and then their faceplates are different colors, kind of based on their roles. Mostly captains are green, ancients, which aren't kind of officers but are kind of different things, are a purple, and the helmet color for them are white. So kind of reverse of what I do for the kind of the more battlefield or battle line troops. But anyway, yeah, so after I get these guys done, I got next up, I've got some Aggressors, the Flamer Aggressors that I want to try to knock out, that I've had built and primed pretty much since 8th edition began. As soon as those Aggressor box set, the multi-part kits came out, I had got them, and yeah, I've been needing to get them painted up. So like I said, I had them all primed. They're primed in my white color, so I can just start laying down layers. And like I said, they've been sitting for a while, so I just need to get those painted. And yeah, but I got plenty of other things. Like I've got, I think I have two 10-man squads of intercessors I still need to get painted. One is the assault rifle, and then the what is it? The Stalker bolt rifle. I've got 10 of those, and then 10 of the assault bolt rifles. So a lot of, like I said, a lot to just catch up on older stuff and all the new stuff coming out. And like I said, I've got my pre-orders that still haven't shown up. Or I've gotten another box of Blade Guard, 2 boxes of Eradicators, so I can make a 6-man squad of the heavy Eradicators, and then I got 2 of the Storm Speeders coming. I want to get 3, because I like to have the option of bringing 3, but for now I'm just getting 2. And then what else do I got? The ATV had finally came back in stock, so I ordered that along with some more primer spray that I like. But neither one of those have shipped, because I ordered those after the pre-order. And since my pre-order is just now shipping, my next order hasn't come up in queue. And then I also pre-ordered the Pria Nexus, which I'm kind of, I don't know, I go back and forth on whether that was a good idea or not. I got it because I wanted to get the heavy intercessors, so I could start working on those and get those packed and ready for when I start getting on the road. But the price point, I'm just still not sure about. And I'm also on the fence because I want to kind of get back into Kill Team, but then also I kind of go back to like, well, if I do, I probably won't play Space Marines. So I don't know, and I definitely don't do anything with Necron. So once I get the box, I'm thinking about just taking out the Space Marine stuff and ended up trying to sell the rest, like all the rules, the Necrons, all the terrain, if you want to call it terrain. I don't know, it's just doors and stuff. Separate, but then trying to find a good price that people want to buy it for, because again, I kind of feel like that box is kind of overpriced anyway. But I'm thinking of probably just taking the Space Marine stuff out and then trying to sell the rest altogether, just $100. So basically a Necron half with all the books and everything else, $100. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, there's actually been a few kind of local, smaller events kind of popping up around in the area now as things are kind of starting to open up a little bit more. There's supposed to be one, I think, on the 14th. It's fairly close. I'd love to go to it. Just don't know if it's going to work out or not. And then there's a lot of other issues with it too, because it is a little bit further away. It's not like really close. It's about a 3-hour drive. And aside from that, the issue being is it's an event on a Sunday, and which can be convenient for people that are local, but for having to drive 3 hours to do an event Sunday and maybe not getting done till a bit later, and then having to drive back because I have to work the next day, doesn't exactly work out so well. So if I am even available, potentially, I still think I'm going to end up missing out on that one. Yeah, which would be unfortunate because it's back in an area where I used to live, so it'd be nice to get back to kind of the area and see some people again, but yeah, I don't know. But there's also a few people going to the event that kind of causes me to pause a little bit as well, because that I had made a previous video, I kind of had, I don't know, a negative reaction to one of the events where somebody won Best Painted at the event, and I had made some comments in a video that then they were upset, and rightfully so. I basically just said I wasn't sure why they won. It looked like they just thrown lead belcher and Nolan oil on. Like, their power weapons effects were great looking, but like the whole rest of it was just very, nothing special. And I don't remember if they had a board. I don't even think they really had a board. If they did, it was just like a very plain, just board model set on the board. And why the board isn't necessarily, it's not Armies on Parade or whatever. The board isn't really, I mean, it does add some to it, but again, like, just the models themselves, I wasn't super impressed by. And again, like, I wasn't saying like I needed to win Best Painted. There was definitely other armies there that could have taken Best Painted, but I made that comment, and yeah, people were very upset, and I apologized. And since I had it wasn't a video, I think it was I had posted the pictures from the event, and I had stated, like, this is the one that won Best Painted. I'm not really sure why. And anyway, they were, like I said, they were pretty upset, and like I said, I get it. I totally get it. I took the comment down, apologized, but again, like, it's kind of uncomfortable still with that person, even though, like, I haven't been back much at all. I kind of feel, aside from the fact that I've moved out of that area anyway, and this person wasn't, at least not where I played, I didn't really know them before this event. Definitely feel more kind of pushed out of that community. And within coronavirus and everything else, I haven't really been able to get settled in my new area anyway. So I kind of feel like a man without a hobby community right now, just kind of afloat out there, adrift, which is kind of sucks. Kind of feels lonely. And again, a lot of that has to do with coronavirus, not being able to play anyway. But, I guess I kind of reap what I sowed, making a negative comment about somebody's army. It upset themselves and a few other people. So, yeah. And there's also a few other things that happened at that certain event, talking about another individual who's pretty dominant at any event they go to, which is also kind of a little bit unfortunate because it kind of, I think, discourages a lot of people to showing up to events when this individual shows up, because they just know there's no point. They're not going to win any kind of prize, at least on the table playing. Like, there's the hobby aspect side that people usually win, and then there's the other aspect, the playing of the game. And when that individual shows up there, I'm pretty much going to guarantee they're definitely like a power gamer. They follow the meta very closely, and hit just about every local event in the area to exercise essentially their talent. Because you got to try lists, you got to try things out, and to go to events that are essentially competitive in nature is the best way to try things out and see what works, and to hone things so that when you go to bigger events like Nova Open or Adepticon or things like that, you have refined and exercised your list and gotten the kinks out, basically. But at the same time, it does cause some to pause before they decide to maybe go to an event or not. So, yeah. Well, I think I'm going to call that it for now. I'm trying to make this kind of short, sweet, and just let everyone know what's going on. Like I said, I've got at least one more video I'm going to do here shortly in the crosshairs, kind of talking more about the Warhammer merchandise site and some things they got going on there, and the couple products that I picked up from them, which I think are pretty good. So, alright, well, thanks for watching, and please check out the rest of the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. I greatly appreciate it. Check out the Facebook page where I update pretty regularly what I got going on there, and you can also check out the Instagram where I also do updates on different things I've got working and projects I got going on there. And all that being said, until next time.